Connie Francis navigated through a maze of challenges that came with her fame, often revealing a complex mix of personal struggles and public perception. Despite her talent for music and songwriting, the pressures of stardom led her down a path filled with startling revelations. Her relationships were deeply affected as trust issues and betrayal surfaced, leaving her feeling isolated even when surrounded by fans. Not only did her rise to fame expose her to the harsh realities of the entertainment industry, but it also unearthed deeply buried family secrets, casting a long shadow over her personal life. She battled with overwhelming expectations while attempting to maintain a facade of perfection, which only intensified her internal conflict. The pressure to satisfy a demanding audience often clashed with her need for authenticity, leading her to fabricate parts of her story in an attempt to manage her image. These lies, while protecting her, contributed to a lifelong struggle with her true identity and the relationships she held dear. Connie Francis, born Concetta Rosa Maria Francanero, spent her early years in Brooklyn before returning to New Jersey. She grew up in an Italian Jewish neighborhood and was fluent in English, Yiddish, and Hebrew. Her father, George Francanero, was highly ambitious about her future and enrolled her in music school, where she developed her musical talents, performing at various local events. Connie's father recognized her potential and pushed her to pursue a career in music, enrolling her in vocal lessons and encouraging her to perform at local events. She quickly gained recognition for her exceptional singing abilities, which led to her signing a recording contract with MGM Records in the 1950s. Connie's rise to fame was marked by a string of hit songs, including Who's Sorry Now and Stupid Cupid, which cemented her status as a beloved pop icon of the era. Throughout her career, Connie remained deeply connected to her cultural heritage, often incorporating elements of Italian and Jewish music into her performances. Her unwavering dedication to her craft and her ability to connect with audiences have made Connie Francis an enduring figure in the annals of American music. Connie Francis faced numerous challenges in her early music career. Despite her talent, she encountered many failures that could have discouraged her. One significant moment came when she recorded a cover of the song Who's Sorry Now. At first, Connie did not like the song and had doubts about its potential. However, fate had other plans. The song was featured on a popular television program on January 1, 1958, which helped it gain immense popularity. This exposure turned Who's Sorry Now into her breakthrough hit, marking a turning point in her career. The success of this song opened doors for Connie, allowing her to establish herself as a prominent figure in the music industry. Her journey illustrates how perseverance and a little bit of luck can lead to success, even after facing initial setbacks. Connie's story is a testament to the idea that sometimes what we may not appreciate can lead to our greatest achievements. After the success of Who's Sorry Now, Connie Francis's career skyrocketed. The song sold over 1 million copies and topped the UK singles chart, while reaching number 4 in the United States. Her newfound fame led to more recording opportunities, but she faced pressure to maintain her success. Connie Francis's voice and charisma captivated audiences, and she quickly became a household name. Record labels scrambled to sign her, eager to capitalize on her growing popularity. However, the demands of her newfound fame took a toll, as she was expected to churn out hit after hit to satisfy the public's insatiable appetite. Despite the challenges, Connie Francis continued to deliver chart-topping singles, cementing her status as one of the most successful female vocalists of her era. Connie Francis began working with Bobby Darin, an emerging singer-songwriter. They collaborated on songwriting and developed a close relationship, despite frequent arguments. However, her father disapproved of their relationship, which ultimately led to its end. As their partnership progressed, Connie and Bobby found themselves drawn to each other both professionally and personally. They spent countless hours writing songs together, their creative energies fueling a growing bond. Yet, their relationship was not without its challenges, as the two artists often clashed over creative differences and personal matters. Connie's father, who was deeply involved in her career, viewed Bobby as a distraction and actively worked to keep the two apart. Despite their best efforts, the strain of the disapproval and constant tension proved too much, and Connie and Bobby's collaboration came to an end. Though their time together was marked by both collaboration and conflict, the impact of their partnership on Connie's musical development and career trajectory remains significant. Upon hearing the news of Bobby Darin's marriage to Sandra Dee, Connie Francis felt a deep sense of heartbreak. Their past together had been filled with moments that lingered in her heart, making the announcement all the more painful. Despite her efforts to move on with her life and career, the emotional weight of Darren's decision was hard to shake off. Connie's feelings for him were complex and unresolved, a mix of love and sorrow that she struggled to understand. Even after some time had passed, a later encounter with Darren brought back those feelings in an unexpected and embarrassing way. The memories of their time together flooded back, leaving her feeling vulnerable and exposed. Connie's experience highlights the challenges of moving on from a significant relationship, especially when unresolved emotions linger in the background. The impact of Darren's marriage was not just a moment of sadness, it was a reminder of what could have been, leaving Connie to navigate her feelings in a world that had changed around her. In 1964, Connie Francis entered into her first marriage with Dick Scandalous, who was a press agent and entertainment director. This union marked a significant personal moment for the well-known singer and actress who had gained fame in the 1950s and early 1960s with hit songs and films. However, despite the initial excitement typical of new marriages, their relationship faced challenges almost immediately. The honeymoon phase was short-lived, revealing underlying issues that quickly escalated. Their connection deteriorated in just a few months, highlighting the pressures that accompany public life and personal relationships. Factors such as Scandalous's demanding career in the entertainment industry played a role in their struggles, leading to a swift end to what had promised to be a lasting partnership. This brief chapter in Connie Francis's life underscores the complexities and difficulties of marriage, especially for those in the spotlight, who often must navigate their private emotions under public scrutiny. The end of this marriage served as a turning point, shaping Francis' perspectives on love and companionship in the years that followed. In 1965, Connie Francis entered her second marriage with Izzy Marin, who owned a beauty salon. This relationship, like her first, was short-lived, lasting only 10 months before they decided to divorce in 1971. The challenges of maintaining a marriage in the public eye were evident, and this union did not withstand the pressures. Following this brief chapter, Connie found love again and married Joseph Gerzilli in 1973. Joseph was a restaurateur, and this marriage initially seemed more stable than her previous ones. However, it too faced significant challenges, particularly after a traumatic event in 1974 that deeply affected their relationship. The struggles they encountered ultimately led to their separation, marking another difficult period in Connie's personal life. Despite the ups and downs of her marriages, Connie Francis continued to focus on her career and personal growth, navigating the complexities of love and life in the spotlight. On November 8, 1974, Connie Francis experienced a traumatic incident that would have lasting effects on her life. While staying at the Howard Johnson's Motor Hotel in Westbury, Long Island, she was assaulted in her hotel room. This shocking event left her not only physically harmed, but also emotionally scarred. The aftermath of the attack plunged her into a deep depression, affecting her personal and professional life. Connie struggled to cope with the emotional turmoil that followed, as the incident shattered her sense of safety and security. In response to the assault, she took legal action against the hotel, citing inadequate security measures that failed to protect her. This lawsuit highlighted the importance of safety in public accommodations and brought attention to the vulnerabilities that individuals can face. Connie's experience serves as a reminder of the impact that such traumatic events can have on a person's life, leading to long-term challenges in recovery and healing. The trauma from the 1974 assault had a profound effect on Connie Francis's life, particularly her marriage to Joseph Gerzilli and her career as a performer. Following the incident, Connie found herself grappling with intense feelings of guilt and a range of mental health issues. These struggles made it increasingly difficult for her to return to the stage, a place where she had once thrived. The emotional toll of the assault created a barrier between her and her passion for music, leading to a significant decline in her performances. As her career faltered, the strain on her marriage grew. Joseph Gerzilli, unable to fully understand the depth of her trauma, found it challenging to support her through this difficult time. The combination of her mental health struggles and the lack of communication between them ultimately contributed to the breakdown of their marriage. Connie's experience highlights how deeply personal trauma can ripple through both personal relationships and professional aspirations, leaving lasting scars that are not easily healed. Connie Francis, a renowned actress and singer, experienced a life-altering event that affected her profession and passion, singing. After undergoing nasal surgery, she faced an unexpected consequence: the loss of her singing voice. The surgery was intended to address nasal issues, but it led to unforeseen complications. Connie's vocal cords were affected, leading to a significant loss in her vocal range. This was a devastating blow, both personally and professionally, for the singer who was known for her powerful and versatile voice. Despite the setback, Connie was determined to regain her voice. She underwent multiple operations in an attempt to restore her full vocal range. However, these efforts were met with limited success. The surgeries helped her regain some of her vocal abilities, but she never fully recovered the range and power she once had. The loss of her full vocal range was a significant challenge for Connie. She had built her career on her powerful voice, and the surgery had dramatically changed her singing capabilities. This was a difficult adjustment, and it took a toll on her emotionally. Despite the challenges, Connie continued to perform and record. She adapted her singing style to accommodate her new vocal range, and she found success in a more relaxed, lower-key style. She also turned to acting, where she could still showcase her talent and charisma. Throughout her journey, Connie displayed resilience and determination. Although she was unable to fully recover her singing voice, she refused to let the setback define her. She continued to pursue her passion for music and acting, and she found success in new ways. In the end, Connie's story is one of resilience and determination. Despite facing a significant challenge, she refused to give up. She adapted to her new circumstances and found success in new ways. Her journey serves as an inspiration to all who face adversity. Despite her fame and success, Connie Francis faced significant personal struggles that she kept hidden from those around her, including close friends like Frank Sinatra. The most profound of these struggles was the loss of her voice, a devastating blow for a singer of her caliber. This loss was not just a physical challenge, it was an emotional one that affected her deeply. Connie felt compelled to maintain a facade of strength, leading her to keep this secret even from those who cared about her. The situation became particularly difficult when Sinatra, a dear friend, invited her to sing at a tribute for his mother. Connie had to decline, which was heartbreaking for her. She wanted to support him and honor his mother but felt unable to perform due to her vocal struggles. This moment highlighted the isolation she felt as she grappled with her disappointment and the fear of revealing her vulnerabilities. The pressure to uphold her public image while dealing with such personal challenges created a complex emotional landscape for Connie, one that many may not have understood. After the traumatic assault in 1974, Connie Francis found herself in a vulnerable place. During this difficult time, she received a surprising package from a fan. The package contained an offer to adopt a child, which initially filled her with excitement and hope. However, as she reflected on her situation, she realized that she was not ready for the responsibilities of motherhood at that moment. The emotional weight of her recent experiences made her reconsider the timing of such a significant life change. Despite her initial hesitation, 6 months later, Connie made the heartfelt decision to adopt the child. She named him Joey, embracing the new chapter in her life with love and determination. This decision marked a turning point for Connie, as she began to navigate the joys and challenges of being a mother, finding strength in her bond with Joey. The journey of motherhood brought her a sense of purpose and healing, allowing her to move forward from her past. 1978 marked a new chapter for Connie Francis's career. After a 3-year break, she made a determined comeback, intent on reclaiming her place in the music industry. This time, she embraced a more contemporary sound, infusing her classic hits with disco rhythms. Not limiting herself to English, she also recorded songs in multiple languages, showcasing her versatility. This strategic move signaled her unwavering determination to reconnect with her audience and re-establish herself as a musical force. During the 1980s, Connie Francis faced significant challenges with her mental health. She underwent shock treatments in an effort to manage her struggles. In a tragic turn of events, she attempted suicide in 1984, which resulted in her being in a coma for several days. This period was marked by deep personal turmoil, reflecting the difficulties she faced despite her successful career in music and film. Years later, in 2009, Connie Francis collaborated with Gloria Estefan to create a movie about her life, hoping to share her story with a wider audience. However, the project faced hurdles and was ultimately canceled. Disagreements arose over artistic decisions, particularly concerning the choice of a writer, which led to the end of this promising venture. The combination of her mental health struggles and the failed film project highlights the complexities of her life, revealing both her resilience and the challenges she continued to face. Connie Francis's family had deep connections to the mafia, which significantly impacted her life. Her brother George was notably involved with both the mob and law enforcement, serving as an informant. This dual role placed him in a precarious position as he navigated the dangerous waters of organized crime while also cooperating with authorities. Unfortunately, his involvement with the mafia ultimately led to his tragic murder. This event was a devastating blow to Connie, who had already faced numerous challenges and tragedies throughout her life. The loss of her brother not only affected her personally, but also added a layer of complexity to her family's history. Connie's experiences with grief and loss shaped her perspective and influenced her career in the entertainment industry. The shadows of her brother's fate lingered in her life, reminding her of the harsh realities that can accompany fame and family ties. The intertwining of her family's legacy with crime and tragedy left a lasting mark on her journey. Connie Francis, a renowned actress and singer, experienced a significant turning point in her life when her brother George was killed due to his mafia connections. George's death was a devastating blow, adding to the series of personal tragedies Connie had already endured. Connie's life had been marked by a series of misfortunes, including the loss of her voice for a period due to a botched vocal cord operation. However, the death of her brother was the most heart-wrenching event she had to face. George's involvement with the mob had always been a source of concern for Connie, and his untimely death was a grim reminder of the dangers that came with such associations. Despite the tragedy, Connie's connections to the mob proved beneficial in one particular instance. She used her influence to intervene on behalf of her friend, Don Rickles, when he found himself in hot water after insulting a mobster's date. Connie's intervention prevented the mobsters from punishing Don, highlighting the complex relationship she had with the mob. Don Rickles, a well-known comedian, was a close friend of Connie's. During a performance, he made a joke that offended the date of a powerful mobster. This mistake could have had serious consequences for Don, but Connie stepped in to smooth things over. Her intervention was a rare positive outcome of her association with the mob. In conclusion, the death of Connie Francis's brother George was a significant turning point in her life. It added to the series of personal tragedies she had endured, serving as a grim reminder of the dangers that came with her brother's mafia connections. However, her association with the mob also proved beneficial in one instance, when she intervened on behalf of her friend Don Rickles, preventing mobsters from punishing him after he insulted a mobster's date. This was one of the few positive outcomes of her association with the mob. Despite facing numerous challenges throughout her life, Connie Francis demonstrated remarkable resilience and determination in her journey back to the stage. Her mental health struggles and personal tragedies took a toll on her well-being, yet she refused to be defined by these hardships. Connie's commitment to her craft was evident as she sought help and found ways to navigate her emotional landscape. Her return to performing was a testament to her strength, as she worked hard to overcome the obstacles that had once hindered her career. Audiences welcomed her back with open arms, drawn to her undeniable talent and the authenticity she brought to her performances. Through each song, she shared her story of recovery, connecting deeply with listeners who understood her past. This journey illustrated not just her passion for music, but also the power of perseverance in the face of adversity. Ultimately, Connie Francis' return showed that dreams can endure, even when life presents significant challenges.